Hi guys, it's Violet. Welcome to Listen to Your Body. I'm laughing because Jilly and I was just recording, and my husband came in there messing us up. But anyway, family, it's been such a long time. We have been trying to put this Zoom together, and like 2 weeks now, right, Jill? And it's
Hmm.
like it's not working. So we prayed before, pray again. Hopefully you guys are able to see this, talk about the digestive system, and there's someone out there that's going to be blessed by this. And, the devil is just working real hard, but, we praise the Most High that, he's in total control. It's going to, yes, this is going to go through today. Yes.
Yes.
So I want to introduce you to a special guest, mine. I've been knowing her since she was 7 for a long time. Now she's like a daughter to me. So, Jilly, introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi guys, I'm Jilly Bean. So nice to be here with you guys today. I grew up plant-based. Since I was a kid, I grew up vegan and plant-based and then ran into digestive issues. So I'm super excited to be on this series with Ms. Violet, who is my second mother, as you just said. So we're going to learn a lot in this series, and I'm so excited to be a part of this.
Yes, yes. So, this video is for people with digestive issue, and a lot of people, even if they don't have digestive issue, but this can also benefit you because
Yes.
we're learning how to really take care of the digestive issue track, and stress play a very important part of that too.
Yes.
So if you're stressed, listen to this as well, and like I said, it's for everyone. But man, we're talking people with gut issue, IBD, Crohn's, diverticulitis, food allergies, so this affects a lot of people. So, Julie, just tell them a little bit about your journey, how you carrying with digestive problem.
So I grew up plant-based from the time I was little. My parents raised me to be vegan and plant-based, and my mother's a fabulous vegan cook. So, I was living a very good life
Yeah.
until it came into my adulthood and I started experiencing some digestive issues. So I ended up seeing a naturopathic, and he was able to diagnose me and analyze my body and see what was going on and get me on the right track. And now I'm almost about a couple years in, feeling so much better, feeling great, and so grateful. So grateful.
So what were your symptoms before you changed your lifestyle to what you're eating right now? What kind of symptom you're facing on a plant-based diet?
So basically, I was just feeling a lot of discomfort in my gut, a lot of bloating, and not just like normal bloating, like chronic bloating, like I was looking like I was pregnant. It was hard to work out in the morning because I would be so bloated, so bloated at night. It just, when you have bloating for days and days and days and days and days, I was like, okay, something has to be wrong here. And, at first I was like, okay, maybe I need to, cut things out of my diet. So I would, try to on my own cut things out and add things in, but it didn't work. So I ended up going to see a naturopathic that my mother actually recommended because my mother also ended up having digestive issues later in her life. So I went to the naturopathic doctor, and he was able to, look inside, see what food allergies my body was, reacting to. Found out that I had a sensitivity to gluten, to wheat, to soy, to beans, to basically all the foods I was eating that I didn't know was affecting my body. And he put me on a very strict diet for about a month or two, just to get, because my digestive system was so out of whack. So he put me on a diet of protein. So he started introducing more meats to my diet and eggs. I still ate a lot of vegetables, but certain ones I had to cut out because my body wasn't able to digest them well. But now I'm about 2 years, I'd say, in, and I'm feeling so much better. I can go to sleep without feeling super bloated. I wake up and I work out, and I don't have to worry about my stomach looking super pregnant. So yeah, that's pretty much how it started for me. I was raised plant-based and then had digestive issues, and then now here I am.
So was it easy for you to transition from 100% plant-based to?
Oh heavens, no. It was so hard because you remember you and mama, you guys are such good cooks. We used to get together on Sabbath and have vegan feasts, and it was so much fun. That's how I grew up eating my mom's cooking and your cooking. So that's what I was used to eating, vegetables and food and all of that. So when the doctor said I had to introduce animal products, I told him, I said, I'm not doing that. I said, no. He said, well, this is what it is. I told him, I said, can I still be vegan and, heal my gut? And he said, you can try, but it's, she's like, it's probably not going to work. That's what got you in this situation. So, I was a bit, I want to say rebellious for a few months because I didn't want to believe that my diet was what was causing me to be sick, because for so long, I thought that this diet was the ultimate diet. If, I completely didn't eat any animal products or eggs or anything like that. So it was just so foreign to me to hear that. I was just like, no, that's not right. I don't need to eat meat and eggs. I don't need any of that stuff. And then I praised the Most High because it wasn't until it was one Friday evening, I was eating my dinner. I had rice and beans and, the usual stuff that I would eat. And my stomach, I had such a bad pain. Like my body just completely rejected the food. And I was in so much pain. And I remember because that night I texted my mom. I said, Mom, I'm listening to Dr. Lamb from now. And I completely switched up my diet and, ate foods that were my body was better able to digest. But it was super hard, definitely. It's like relearning a whole new mindset from what, you were raised to believe. So
yeah. And it's not like being a vegetarian, being on a plant-based diet is wrong. It's just that our body cannot break down some of the foods,
exactly.
Like beans for me, it's beans and nuts and of its family, the body just cannot break it down.
Nightshades.
Rejected it. So for me, my digestive issue was for years, and I had a plant-based diet like for 18 years. Right. And we do a lot of cleansing, a lot of raw.
Right, a lot of cleansing.
I mean, we have cooking classes with raw food and juicing and stuff like that. So we know. So for me, it's like I keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over again for years.
Right.
My body saying because I cleanse, will stop going. For me, it was pain. Mm-hmm. Whenever nuts and seeds, beans, certain grains, not all grains, but certain grains. Can you have grains, Jill?
I can have in the beginning, I had to cut out all grains, but now that I'm 2 years in, I once a week is kind of like my treat. I'll have maybe some brown rice with a curry that I like or something like that, but not a lot, or some oats I'm able to introduce into my diet now that I wasn't back then. So It just goes to show you that the body does also heal.
Yes. So important for us to listen to the body, because the body tells us exactly what it can and cannot have. And especially if your body's in a crisis, in a fight or fight. If you're going through a flare up, the body's saying, okay, stop eating what you're eating. Me and the plant-based diet, it was like so hard for me to switch, because just like you're ignorant, I said, I'm not going to do that. I said, I know I'm with my body, I'm in a plant diet, I'm not going to do it. But guess what? My body wasn't start healing until I stopped, eating when my body is rejecting. Then, I introduced, for me, I eat salmon, chicken. Mm-hmm. Sometimes once in a blue moon, turkey, like and thank, so not until I did that, my body was like, I'm not in any pain. I could eat those stuff. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. I can eat this no pain. Right.
Right.
The means is I'm in pain.
Yeah.
But what the body tells you exactly, like I said, for us, for some of us develop, immunity to these, and it's the environment, it's the soil, so because everything
pesticides.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's nothing wrong with beans, nuts, food. It's just what the chemical that they put in it, and our body. Some of us, our body cannot digest those stuff.
That's right.
So therefore, we build up immunity to it, and so
it's just like there was this quote I saw the other day, and it showed a picture of a grapefruit, and it said, this is someone's healthy for one person, but to another person it's not. You know, and
Exactly.
it just shows you really do have to listen to your body. We're all so different. One person is never going to be the same as the other. And that
Yeah.
goes for our digestive system. Some people can be vegan for years and are great and are thriving. And then, you know, some people are like us where, you know, they started to develop, you know, certain issues. You know, so it's just, I think your family is such a good example because you have you, then you have Mr. Robert who's vegan and thriving, and then you have all different, you know, types of, you know, diets within your household that work for each and every one of you,
Yes.
which is so,
Yeah.
which I think is super cool.
Exactly, because my husband he's not allergic to anything. You know what I
Right,
mean?
exactly.
So he's still on a 100% plant-based diet.
Right,
I have to switch up with my boys too.
right.
That, you know, phones, and then they had to totally switch on a plant-based diet, you know, because what they were eating was causing them a lot of digestive issues as well. You know, so it's the body, and like I said, it's the environment, and there's a soil, the food
Yes.
that we put in our body. So we have so much against us, but you know, we're here to share with you guys about the digestive system. So when we start to take care of the digestive system, because digestion begins where, Jilly?
In the mouth.
Out the mouth,
Yeah.
yeah. For
All
so long,
starts in the mouth.
yeah, and for so long, for years, you know, when I'm eating my food, you know, I cut and swallow.
Yes.
Me, yes, meaning that once I get that fork in my hand, it's going.
There's no chewing, it's just an
Yeah,
insult.
I'm just cutting and swallow. I'm not chewing.
Right, exactly.
That's a no, especially when you have like digestive issue.
Yes.
You want to make sure you chew that food liquefied. You know,
Yes,
they said eat your food, drink your food, and eat your liquid.
that's
So
right.
you wanna break it down to small pieces, you know, to liquefy it. You know, and that helps, you know, because
Yes.
digestion start from the mouth. So
That's
when you
so important because I know like the other, I think it was last week, I was like in a rush and I just scarfed my food down and I ate all my normal foods that I know my body you know, digests really well. And because
yeah,
I scarfed it down, I didn't chew. There was, you know, huge chunks that I just swallowed down. You know, I started feeling a lot of discomfort and I was like, why do I feel this way? And then the most I was just like, you didn't chew any of your food. You just scarfed it down.
cut and swallow. Yeah,
Right, cut and swallow. Exactly. It's so important to chew your food well, guys. So important.
yes. If you're going through like flare-ups, you know, if you have digestive problem, digestion begins in the mouth, and this
That's
is
right.
very important for us to chew our food. I'm learning. It's hard for me, but I'm learning. We have to
Yes.
relearn habits. Habits are so hard to break. So we have to relearn. Sit down. When we sit down, we got to make sure in a happy mood. Number one,
Yes.
my phone. Sorry about that, guys. My battery's like 20%. Yeah. Happy. Yeah. Happy mood to eat your food. And then, you know, eat it slowly, joyfully, you know, eat your food slowly. Chew your food. You know, chew your food, don't cut and swallow. Don't cut and swallow. So
Chew it until it's liquid in your mouth.
exactly. Yes.
And you
Yeah.
know, another thing that I want to bring out too is that you should not, when you are eating, you know, obviously chew your food really well and all of that, but also when you eat when you're under a lot of stress. That's one thing. When I went to my naturopath, when he analyzed my body, he found that I was under a lot of stress. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Because you know, when you're just kind of just in that kind of, you know, you're living in that type of way, you don't really realize it. Because he told me, he's like, your adrenals are telling me you're under a lot of stress, and I was like, no, I'm not, I'm fine. He was just like, that's not what your body is saying. And he was saying that because my body was in that stress state, a lot of the foods that previously were able to digest in my body was rejecting. So it's so important that, you know, you pray, keep a happy mind, keep a happy heart. That's one of the natural, you know, the 8 doctors are air, water, sunshine, nutrition, trust in the most high, peace. So you have to keep your stress at a minimum as well. That's so important.
Yes, yeah. And in Proverbs, it said a merry heart do good like a medicine.
That's right.
It dries up the bones. So when we have a merry heart, you know, we also, and it's actually, it was like a few years ago, I went to the doctor in the office. There was a book there and talk about when you smile, oh, the body reacts. I'm like, look at
Yes,
that. The Bible said the merry heart do it like a medicine, you know,
that's
but the book
right.
dries up the bones. So stress, yes, family,
Stress is a killer.
yes, stress can do you, and stress can actually mess your digestive system up because the mind the mind and the gut, you know. Yes, the
Okay.
brain and the gut works hand in hand. So if you stress, that's one thing you want to eliminate. And also, family, from now on, like it's like 14 weeks we're going to be doing this series. Get a book. Get a book. Start chronicleize everything that you eat.
Yes.
To see, you know, does this agree with me or not? So whatever you eat that day, just write it down. So if you have discomfort, you can pinpoint, you know, what it was that message, you know, okay, I can't have this, you know, and give it some time. Cut it off for 2 weeks, then reintroduce it again and see. And sometimes you have to cut it like for 2 years, like Jill, you know.
Right. Exactly.
Back in your system. Like for me, beans, I love beans, but beans are my worst enemy. But guess what? Because of stop eating beans, now I'm sprouting my lentil. Lentil is something that I love. So I'm sprouting my lentil.
Oh.
I did it for my husband last year, and I said, let me just try it. And I ate some, it didn't mess with me. So I
So
said,
the sprouted beans don't affect you. Oh, wow, that's interesting.
lentil for now.
Lentil, okay.
Producing one at a time, so lentil for now. So I have some sprouted lentil going on downstairs too. So yeah, because beans are seeds, you know.
Right.
So for you and I who cannot digest the beans, it want to open. You want to give us that nutrient that's locked into the beans. So
Right.
when you sprout the beans, it bring everything alive. You know, bring everything alive like a plant. Bring everything like a. So you know, so as we take stuff out of diet, you know, stuff we can't, you know, doesn't do anything for the body, you know, that causes pain. You know, maybe a year or two you could reintroduce it again to see, you know, if it, you know, how does my body feel when I eat it. So when you know, have your food journal, you write, how do I feel when I eat this food? You know, does it make me feel tired? Does it make me feel, you know, different mood swinging with the food, you know? So what kind of pain does it cause me pain, you know? So write it down, important for us to keep a food journal. Jilly, you and I, food journal. Yeah.
Yes, food journals are so important. And it's like, you know, because it really, like you said, it helps you pinpoint exactly what it is that's causing your discomfort. And for a long time, I was just like, I'm not going to keep a food journal. And then when my naturopathic, he was like, just chronicle what you eat. He was like, because, you know, if you start feeling discomfort, you need to pinpoint exactly where that's coming from. And it really helps, because I can't remember, like off the top of my head. I'll be like, I don't remember what it was I ate. But when you have your journal, you can always refer back to that. It's so helpful. I can't say enough about chronicling your food. It's so important. I love, and it's just so helpful because for me, like sometimes when I eat something that my body does not agree with, sometimes I won't get a reaction until the next day, or it won't hit me until the next day.
Or even 3 days after.
Sometimes 3 days after. Exactly. And I didn't know that before. I was just like, I didn't eat everything good today. Sometimes it's what you ate 2 days before.
Exactly. I know my children, when they was trying to when I was giving them gluten, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never fails. It would take them 3 days for the reaction.
Wow.
You know, itch, you know, started, you know, so sometimes it takes 3 days for the body to react to what you eat. So important to write on the date, the time, you know, when you eat it, stuff like that. So family, I want you, you know, this is just an introduction, you know, to the series. Yeah. So digestion, you know, chew your food, you know, like you liquefy in your mouth. Keep a journal and have a food journal, you know, so you could have it so when you write everything down. So we're going to talk about a different part of digestive problem, the digestive system. So I hope you join us on this series. Very excited.
And so excited.
Jill and I are going to do like short recipes at the end of each video. Not this video, but that's starting next week again. We're going to do, you know, a short little video, something that's good for the digestive system, will help you, you know, especially during a flare up. A lot of people, I get a lot of email. What do I do during a flare up? So during a flare up, it's very important to know what you need to have, because you have to cut out a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Do flare up and eat bland, simple food, you know. So what do I do in a flare up, you know? So we're going to go over that, you know, and do things like that. So thank you, family, once more for tuning in, and I will talk to you in the next upload.
Bye, guys. So excited to be on this series. We'll see you guys next week.
Yes, and also check out Jilly. Have a YouTube channel. It's called Jilly Bean. Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Check out our YouTube channel as well. So I see you guys in the next upload.
See you guys in the
Like,
next one.
share this video, guys. But no people with digestive problems, share this video so people could come in, and join us on this journey. Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.